Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've got another little hover effect for you today. We've got a little bar in the middle here, and when you hover over the little arrow there, it's going to slide out into a little sale banner. And there's a call to action button to take them wherever you want to take them, or direct your visitors to wherever you want to go. And when you let go of it, it's going to pop back to the side. Really easy to do. And that's a nice little eye-catching and useful feature to have on your site. We're not doing any extra plugins or coding for this today. It's all done with the inbuilt features of the Divi theme itself. So let's enable the visual builder. Once enabled, let's go down to where we want to work. And what I'll do is I'll just delete this whole section. We'll start from scratch. So I'm going to add a new section, a little blue button right there. I'm going to make it a regular section. And inside, I'm going to put a sort of odd shaped row. I'm going to use this one with a lot on the left and two small ones on the right hand side, because I'm going to use a little arrow on the right, little call to action button, and then a blurb module with whatever it is you want to say. Okay, in this first one, I'm going to put a blurb module. And obviously get it to say what you want it to say. I'm not going to use a title because I'm going to keep it all on one line. So I'm going to say 24 hours only. If I roll down a bit, you'll be able to see it. There it is right there. Not really impressive at the moment, but that's all I really want for the time being on that. And image and icon wise, I'm going to use an icon, and let's use a sort of dollar type sign to denote a sale. Obviously you make any sort of notification that you want. There it is. That'll do me right there. Okay, it's at the top at the moment. Don't want to link this to anywhere unless you want to put a link into your sales page or wherever you want to take your people. Design wise, image and icon. Well, I want the icon to be on the left. And I'm going to change the color of the background of this row in a minute. I'll change the icon color when I do that. That massive sale text, I want that to be a little bit larger. So I'll probably also want the font to be larger. So that's the body text. Let's go into the body text. I'm going to line it in the middle. I'm going to make it a bit larger. I'm going to adjust the line height a little bit to get it in the middle of our icon there, line height. It's just giving it extra space top and bottom, which is sort of pushing it down. Something like that's going to work. Let's just say this. I'm going to put the background color in that I want for the row at the moment. So here's the row, the green tab. Hit the little cog, background. I'm going to make it a simple red color. There we go. Now while we're in this row, I want to make this row full width so it stretches the whole width of the screen here. So to do that, let's go over to our design. We'll go to sizing, width. I'm going to slide that all the way up to 100%. I'm going to copy it, Control C. And paste the 100% down in max width just below, or you can type it in if you prefer. And as you can see, we've now got a full width row, which is great. So while we're in our row, I want it to be a constant sort of height. So it looks like we'll adjust the padding later on when we've got everything in place. It looks like this is sort of up a little bit from where it should be, but that's okay. We'll adjust that as we go along. So let's leave our row here for a moment. We'll go back into our module, get it looking like we want it. Okay, design wise, image and icon, I'm going to make that white. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to stand out. Use icon font size, still in the design. Went too big. Something like that. It's fine. And let's go down to our body text now. I want to make that white. And again, I'm going to adjust that. In fact, I might capitalize it. That's better. And let's adjust that line height and bring it down just a little bit more so it's in line with our little icon there. There we go, something like that. Perfect. Let's move on to our next one. Our next little module I'm going to add in here is going to be a call to action button so that you can take them wherever you want to. That's just a simple button. And there it is right there. The only thing I really want to do is obviously you'll want to put a link in to wherever you want to take your visitors, for whatever notification you're making. And as usual, best standard practice is if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off site, open it in a new tab so your site stays open. I'm just going to change the text color of that button to white. So I'm going to, on the design tab of the button, going to go to custom styles for button, flip the switch to on. I'm just going to change that text color. You can go down, you can make different background colors, etc. if you want to here. I'm going to leave mine just like that. You can choose an icon. When we roll over, it's got a little icon right there. Or you can choose to turn this off by just flipping that little switch off there. Okay, well, we're happy with our little button, or at least I'm happy with my little button there. Alignment wise, I'm just going to leave it exactly where it is. Let's save that. And finally, I'm going to put another little blurb module in here just for the icon. I don't want any content in there, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this image and icon. I'm just going to use an icon, and I'm kind of using it as a tab to be hovered over to pull this thing out. So let's put something like a right hand chevron or something like that in there. Obviously that's a bit bigger than I want it, but that's fine. Let's go over to our design, image and icon, and make it white. Use icon font size. Yeah, I want to take it down and make it a lot smaller. Something similar to what we've got over there. I actually want to take the height of this down so we've got no padding top or bottom. So still on the design, let's go to spacing, make sure there's no padding top or bottom by putting a 0 in. Then hitting the chain. There's no padding in there. So let's make the sizing, go above it, and we'll go into size out. I want to give it a fixed height of say 60 pixels. May not be enough. That's better. It's the right size and it's pulled our little bar back to the shape it was. Let's see if we can take it down anymore. Yeah, we can take it down a little bit more because I want all that central right there. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, and the only other thing is I want this on the right. Let's just go up to our icon and we'll pop it on the right so it's right at the end there too. And then what we'll do, we'll go into the row and make some adjustments and add a little bit of padding because I don't want it right smack on the end there. I want a little bit of space between the end of that and the end of the row there. So let's save this because I'm quite happy with what's going on there. Let's go back into our row, go over to design. Spacing wise, I'm going to give it just a bit of padding on the right, say 10 or 12 pixels. Let's put 12 in there. That's fine, just like that. I might put some on the left just to pull it across a bit. Let's put 100 on the left. Maybe 150. Yep, that's fine. Okay, now here's where the little bit of magic's going to come in, where we push it all the way down to the end. And then when we hover over it, we're going to bring it back. So to do that, we'll do that with margin. And common to most Divi modules, if you hover over, some little icons will pop up. Does it for the padding too. If there's a little arrow right there, you can set a desktop state when the mouse is not on it and a hover state when the mouse is on it. When the mouse is not on it, I'm going to give it 90 VW. VW is the viewable width. So 100 VW would be the full width of this screen here, or any screen it's being viewed on. So I'm going to give it say 97 VW because I want a bit poking out. So we'll say minus 97 VW, and we're using a negative value to pull it across there. That's okay, a little bit too much because I want a bit more of that icon popping out. And if you need to, there we are, that's fine there. For tablet and mobile, you can do different versions of it, different amounts sticking out on there, but this should actually bounce down quite well. Okay. And when we're, let's just turn the devices off, and when we're hovering over it, I want to be back where it should be, 0. There we go, just check that is. Hovering over it, it's going to be like that. When we're not, it's going to be just like that. Now if you want to leave it just as a tab at the side there, it's not fixed or anything, so it's going to move when the site moves. You can do that, and when they hover over it, it'll just put it across. But I thought it'd be nice to have a little blue line there that it fills when it comes across. So if you want to do that, we'll do that with our little section that it's sitting in. So let's save our row. because we're pretty much done with this. The only other thing I'll say with the row is time it takes to get from this state to this state by default is 300 milliseconds with Divi. And for me that works fine today, but if you wanted to slow it down or even speed it up, go over to the advanced transitions, and there's the transition duration right there. You can put in whatever value you want. Lower value is going to speed it up, higher value is going to slow it down. So let's just save this. Now I'm going to go into my section that this is sitting in right here, and I'm going to give it a background color, blue tab for the section right here. Give it a background color, just going to make it a blue. But I don't want any space above or below. So let's go to our design and take away any padding that might be there. So with design, spacing, here's the padding. Just going to put a simple 0 in there. Hit the chain so it does the opposite side. And there we are. We should be good to go. Let's save our changes. We'll save the page changes. And we'll exit the visual builder. Here we go, we've got an interesting looking little banner down there. When we roll down, nothing's going to happen when we roll over the blue line, but when we roll over the little red icon over here, it's going to pop in. And when we let go, it's going to slide back to the side there. And we've got our call to action button. You could link the whole module if you wanted to, so anywhere they click on it, it would go. That's a nice little feature to have on your site for notifications or sales, anything you want. Really easy to do, and like I say, no extra coding for this today. So there you have it, guys. There's a slide in sale banner with call to action button. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.